Yeah, we have a quorum now.
Okay, thank you. We're ready to go here as well.
No, I got it on my phone.
Okay, we'll get started. Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we, I think we're all set here in order. I apologize for the habit. Call the meeting to order and ask clerk if you would take the roll.
Okay, Ms. Dunn? Mr. Stovall?
Here.
Dr. Mueller?
I'm here.
Mr. Neptune? Through to the chair, we have a quorum.
Okay, great. Let's turn our attention then to the consent calendar. Hopefully everybody's had a chance to look at that and includes the minutes. So I'd ask if there are any comments, comments from the public. If I haven't seen anybody here, and if there's anyone. No comments. Do we have a motion? You want that one off? Yeah, get that one off for you.
Also move.
God, that sounds
We have a
better.
motion
That's
by
better.
Ms. Dunn. Do we have a second?
You can second the motion.
Oh,
for the consent
that-
calendar. Yeah, it's on.
Oh, it's on.
Mhm.
I second it.
Okay, thank you. So if clerk would take the roll.
Okay, Ms. Dunn?
Aye.
Mr. Stovall?
Aye.
Dr. Mueller?
Yes.
Through to
Yes,
the chair,
aye.
motion passes.
Okay, great. Let's then turn to our hearing calendar. And before we get to the hearings, would all those who will be testifying, please raise your right hand. And do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in the matters pending before the hearing board today shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's turn then to the first and actually only hearing today, S-2220S, the short variance for Allen Bakersfield Refining. And let's see, who's handling that up in Fresno there?
That would be me.
Okay, great. And also, if the witness in front of us here could identify yourself.
Yes, I'm Matthew Jalali. I'm Environmental Director for Alon Bakersfield Refining.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's turn to the staff report.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Estela Soto, and I'm a Senior Air Quality Specialist here with the district. And before you is Alon Bakersfield Refining. Alon operates a vapor recovery system to control vapors from tanks. The vapor recovery systems route vapors to the facility fuel gas system or to one of the two flares for combustion. Alon is in the process of inspecting, repairing, and replacing equipment as necessary to convert the facility from a petroleum refinery into a renewable diesel production facility. There is no active petroleum refining occurring on site. The VRS must be taken offline in order to replace a valve associated with the system that has failed. The valve is downstream of the VRS compressors and upstream of the flares. Once the VRS is shut down, the lines will be blocked and purged with nitrogen. Then the existing valve will be removed and a new valve will be installed. Because this valve replacement requires a shutdown of the VRS compressors, Alon will violate conditions that require an operable vapor recovery system for the tanks. Additionally, the VRS system will not be leak-free as required by permit conditions during the period the VRS is shut down. The facility is not currently operating, therefore the VRS are only required for tanks that retain fluids from previous refining activities at the site. Alon has already emptied and cleaned a number of tanks at the facility. Alon intends to perform the repair work overnight to minimize temperatures and vapor pressures in the tanks while the VRS is shut down. To safely replace the valve, the VRS lines must be blinded and purged with nitrogen. In order to do this, the VRS compressors must be turned off. There are no bypasses in the system to allow for continued operation while the work is performed. The valve replacement is expected to take approximately 4 hours. However, it may take up to 24 hours depending on assessment of the condition of equipment once the valve is removed. Alon has requested a short variance from the applicable requirements of district rules in addition to the applicable conditions of the subject permits. The requested variance would be for a consecutive 24-hour period to occur sometime between January 13th, 2023 and February 12th, 2023 inclusive. If granted, the variance would allow Alon to continue to store VOC-containing liquids in the subject tanks without an operating or functional VRS while the work is completed. The district believes that the required findings as set forth in the California Health and Safety Code can be made and recommends that Alon be granted a short variance with the conditions on pages 4 and 5 of the staff report. And that concludes the district's presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Estella. Any questions for Estella? Or proceed? Okay, hearing none, does petitioner have anything you'd like to add to that?
No, we just like to mention that we do have continuous monitoring of the pressure in the tanks while the work is done. We make sure that there's nothing escapes the tank during the few hours that we do the work. We do it at night, make sure nothing escapes the atmosphere. However, if it goes to the daytime for a few more hours, we may have some excess emissions that we can calculate based on the number of hours that we're emitting to the atmosphere. That's
Okay. Any questions for the petitioner? I have one just to add a little bit to the record. I guess to do this, if you didn't have the variance, you'd have to shut everything down for a period of time. I assume that'd be a significant expense. Do you have any estimate of what that would cost you?
currently, the refinery is not operating. However, the fact that we have to operate without the filler, that would mean we have to bring in external rental, maybe thermal oxidizing machine to do the job, and that's probably in the magnitude of about $1,500 to $2,000 a day.
Okay, sounds good. Any other questions?
I have none.
Okay. Are there any public comments? Okay, hearing no public comments, go ahead and close the hearing. And do we have a motion?
Yeah, I'll do that. So I move to approve a short variance to Alon Bakersfield Refining, set forth in the docket number S-22-20S with the required 6 findings of the Health and Safety Code adopted by reference as set forth in this staff report. This variance shall be effective from the period of, from a consecutive 24-hour period sometime between January 13th, 2023 and February 12th, 2023 inclusive, or until the work is done and VRS is returned to compliance operation, whichever of those occurs first.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Dunn. Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, second by Dr. Mueller. Ask the clerk to take the roll, and then maybe after the vote here, we can have a little discussion about roll call votes, and something that I guess would have to be added to the agenda for next time. But let's do the roll call vote for now.
Okay, Ms. Dunn,
Yes.
Mr. Stovall,
Yes.
Dr. Mueller.
Yes.
Due to the chair, motion passes.
Okay, petition's granted then. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. just maybe a brief discussion of the process of voting. I noticed on my sheet here that the Central Region Hearing Board doesn't do a roll call vote. Does the staff have any preference on that, or?
I can respond to that. When a meeting is held via VTC, you have to, the Brown Act requires a roll call vote. When the Central Region meets, they meet all in person here without VTC, and so in that circumstance, a roll call vote is not required by the Brown Act.
Oh,
So that's the
okay.
difference. So it's
Oh, so that's-
statutory.
I see. So we don't really have the option to do that then because. of the
Correct.
fellow- yeah, okay.
Right.
Well, that makes it simple,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it sure does.
Okay. Let's turn then to public comments. I don't see anyone here. I don't know if there's anyone up there, but I'll read the script anyway. This time is made available for comments from the public on matters within the board's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda. It is requested that no comments be made during this period on items on the agenda. The public may make comments after each board agenda item during the time allowed for public comment. Additionally, state law prohibits the hearing board from acting on matters that are not on this agenda. Do we have any public comments? Hearing none down here or up there, why don't we turn then to new business. We need to nominate and elect chair and vice chair for 2023.
Just through the chair, let me just direct you back to item number 6 is hearing board member comments before you get to item number 7, nominate chair and vice chair.
Excellent point. Thank you. The attorneys are great. I love that. Okay. Hearing board member comments.
I have none.
Okay. Dr. Mueller?
No comments.
Okay. So I don't have any really other than to say it's nice to see everybody in person now as opposed to on the screen. So it's good to do that. So let's turn then to the nomination, election of chair and vice chair. So I guess we'll open the floor to nominations for chair.
Well, you still want to do it?
Sure.
This is my nomination.
Unless you want to. Okay.
I nominate proudly John Stovall for,
Hopefully
For
it doesn't
chair.
take like 15 votes and
John Stovall for chair.
do we have a second on that?
I'll
Or do
second
we have
that.
any other nominations? I guess we should ask.
Yeah.
Okay, hearing no other nominations, do we have a second?
I second it.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. So let's nominate, let's open nominations for vice chair. The floor is open for nominations.
This is Annette, through the chair. Who's currently the vice chair? Dr. Na is currently the vice chair. And even though she's
Yeah.
not here, you can still nominate her and you know, if you so choose, or anybody for that matter. But just because she's absent doesn't mean she's, you know, out of the picture.
We should have made her chair. I don't know why that. I guess unless someone else wants to do it, I would
Nominate her.
nominate
Na.
Dr. Na for vice
Right.
chair. Do you have a second?
I second that.
Okay.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Nay. And I neglect, I should have asked the council, do we have to roll call vote on those?
No, it's an internal business, so it really doesn't even need to
That's what I thought.
have a vote. It's okay.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess that's, we haven't, it's a report, we haven't had any, emergency variances since the last meeting.
No.
And our next meeting will be February 8th, 2023, and I assume that'll be in person again as well. So, anything else that, you folks up there would like to add?
Yeah, this is, again, it seems like from here on out, all our meetings are going to be in person unless something, crazy happens again with COVID, which of course, could always happen. But for now, for the foreseeable future, there is no plan moving forward with, returning to, remote meetings.
Okay, great. Well, sounds good. So I guess then with that, we are adjourned. And,
That was
Again.
easy and quick.
great to actually see everyone, although we see you by video anyway, but,
Yeah.
but
Bye.
we'll see you later. Good to meet you guys.
Bye-bye.